In just the last decade, advancements in mobile technology and smartphone ownership have transformed the way consumers shop and increased their expectations for swift and seamless experiences. With more options than ever before, consumers have been plucked from the backseat and placed directly behind the wheel, making it mission critical for retailers to find creative ways to bypass the competition and meet their customers where they are. And although consumer demand for convenient options has climbed dramatically in recent years, shoppers have not abandoned physical retail. In fact, it's quite the contrary. According to findings published in Radiant's State of Consumer Behavior report, nearly half of consumers still prefer physical and in-store shopping to online alternatives. Some of today's most successful brick-and-mortar retailers, such as Target and Best Buy, serve as prime examples of the store's ongoing relevance. But for brands that aren't monoliths or for retailers that have yet to test out a new market, opening and operating a physical storefront, it can be risky. And then there are locations where a standard-sized store just isn't logistically possible. Think airports, college campuses, sports arenas, and even in dense cities where available commercial real estate is both sparse and highly expensive. Fortunately, there are a myriad of innovative solutions that allow brands and retailers to dodge the spatial and financial hurdles associated with brick and mortar while still placing them directly in the paths of their customers. Enter microstores, kiosks, and pop-up locations. These bite-sized mobile stores appeal to consumers on the go and help eliminate inconvenience from their shopping journey. By strategically placing a kiosk or microstore in a high-traffic location, retailers provide valuable service to consumers who want to seamlessly grab what they need and get to where they're going. This was the motive behind why food school supplier Sodexo launched an autonomous micro-grocery store at the University of Denver last year, as well as a new line of yokai ramen vending machines at New Mexico State. And in national news, Target entered into a multi-year agreement with iconic toy store Feo Schwartz. For both, this decision started with the customer. By building on its offerings with a recognizable and beloved brand, Target customers can now experience the unique Feo Schwartz experience with the local convenience and feel that a hometown store provides. On the flip side, small format and autonomous stores can also be leveraged to bring products into rural areas and underserved communities with little to no access to fresh food, a problem that continues to plague millions of American families. And the effects of COVID-19 and rising inflation have further limited access to these goods, even in areas where farming is important to the local economy but offers limited supply of fresh and affordable foods. Across the Atlantic Ocean, rural villages in Sweden have also faced similar challenges. Between 1985 and 2010, the number of supermarkets in rural Sweden dropped from 8,500 to 3,500. Leaving thousands of citizens with fewer and less convenient food options than those living in metro areas. Fortunately, one innovative grocer is bringing food accessibility back to Sweden's rural countryside, one autonomous store at a time. Launched in 2018, Livs is a supermarket startup deploying autonomous shipping container-sized grocery stores throughout Sweden's most remote regions. With reduced staff and overhead costs, the Stockholm-based company supplies fresh food, dairy, and produce to small communities where full-size grocery stores have historically struggled to remain profitable.
Even in Sweden, we were creating food deserts, where you had small towns and rural areas where you couldn't buy groceries. You wouldn't think about that when you think about a country as Sweden. So for us, we thought, why don't we just start our own autonomous store? Before we knew it, we were Europe's largest kind of unmanned grocery store chain, had more stores than Amazon, and so we became a retailer for real.
Back in the United States, regional supermarkets such as ShopRite in the Northeast, and even independent grocers such as Fayetteville's Nourish and Bloom, are testing out autonomous store models. And although these stores have so far been primarily deployed in metropolitan areas, the success of Live serves as an example for how autonomous technology can really transform rural communities as well. But for consumers living in cities, the call for convenience isn't always limited to the necessities. While small format stores can be a great solution for expanding local food and beverage options, they also make discovering new tech, apparel, or even skincare products, particularly those sold by digitally native brands, a more convenient and engaging experience as well. T-Mobile is reshaping retail in a digital-first world. From pop-ups and kiosks to microstores, physical shopping is changing and is poised to deliver experiences that will surprise and delight customers in ways that are more innovative than ever before. The rapid growth of e-commerce during the pandemic, coupled with technological advances such as 5G connectivity, have created ideal opportunities for these targeted, value-added stores to connect with consumers wherever they are.
One of the biggest opportunities I see in retail today is delivering a frictionless type experience. And what I mean by frictionless is self-checkout or a scan and go option, where a consumer does not have to engage if that's their preference and associate an employee in a store to fulfill their shopping experience or needs.
These days, kiosks, micro and pop-up store formats are typically enabled by Internet of Things technology, such as cameras, sensors, computer vision, and even heat mapping. All tools that create an environment rich with real-time data. By extrapolating and analyzing this data, retailers glean invaluable insight into how consumers experience their store, as well as how products are performing within a specific market. With new and emerging markets consistently on the rise, making smart, data-informed business decisions about where to test next is quintessential for retailers aiming to expand their physical footprint.
Behind every digitally enabled store is a reliable internet connection, ideally a 5G wireless connection with low latency and enough bandwidth to support point-of-sale, cameras, and other on-site IoT technology that power the store and provide remote monitoring and management of location, assets, and inventory. Besides offering optimal connectivity, 5G networks enable high-speed fixed wireless access, which allows retailers to launch a new pop-up shop at lightning speed. With one of our retail customers, we were able to facilitate a fully functional pop-up store with our business internet as the primary connectivity for the store's cameras, point-of-sale systems, and sensors for remote monitoring for facility management.
While the implementation of these 5G network solutions within the retail space is continuing to be developed, a recent example of potential large-scale application is Kohl's partnership with Sephora. Kohl's announced earlier last year that they were opening 400 new Sephora outlets at Kohl's shops to join another 200 already in operation with a roadmap to 850 by 2023. And to help address rural areas, T-Mobile is helping source and co-develop local networks to address access challenges and improve digital and physical supply chains to more efficiently get food on tables, including internet-based food delivery services, which have the potential to transform the lives of those impacted by food deserts. Whether it's to bring fresh food to communities, test out a new market, or launch an interactive retail experience, today's kiosks, microstores, and pop-ups are proving that innovative retail comes in all sizes.